Okay, what we're doing when we're looking at these cattle is the first thing I do when I walk up is look and see if the animal has been clipped or not, and try to look if there's any indications of the animal having hair worked at a period in its past. You can usually see the hair if it's been worked or well blown and trained. But right now, in this animal here, she looks really good. She's nice and trim up top. She's real slick down through here. There's no hair pulled anywhere. Her tail set's nice and flat. There's no hair spiked up on it. She's what I would call ideal as far as the hair. And you can tell that she's been body clipped or she's just a real short-haired cattle. The rule basically states that, well, actually, the rule does state that the animal does not have to have clipped hair. The animal must be showed with the hair in its natural state, and there's no length rule. There are some folks that are going to leave the hair on their cattle long. This particular heifer, she's been clipped, but had she have long hair, as long as the hair is laying down and up against the body and not pulled forward, not fluffed up, then she would be acceptable. The way I've been addressing this with all the participants and all the animal owners is basically the spirit of the rule is, are we trying to do something with the hair to try to get an advantage over your competition? And in this animal, obviously, since there's no hair on her, there's nothing that you can do to train the hair to hide something, to hide a flaw with the animal. So as long as you're looking to see what they're doing and they're not trying to gain an advantage by working the hair, then they're going to be fine. Now this animal has been body clipped as well. However, because she hasn't been clipped in several weeks, if you look at her tail set, she's starting to get her hair, getting a little spike on her tail. As a rule of thumb, like I said, the rule has no mention of a measurement, but as a rule of thumb, you don't want that stripe to be any taller than about 1/8 of an inch. And also, if you look down her side here, she's got a little fluffy hair down through here. Sometimes you'll see the hair as it grows down through the leg. It's a little long. What I've not been doing, I haven't really been worrying about from here down as far as length. As long as the hair is laid against the body and not fluffed up or blocked or trained, I'm letting that pass. Now if you look at this cow here, she is a full-blooded beefmaster and she has been on the show ring. She's been retired since the spring. Obviously she's had hair. If you look, walking up looking at her, you can tell that the hair has been blown and blocked. And you can see how they trim the back of her hair, the hair on her back there, to change her conformation to where she looks like she's much smoother and a lot bigger than she really is. Also, if you look right here on the side, all of this hair has been pulled forward and blown forward and is worked up. You can see all the hair on her leg has been pulled forward. You can see they trimmed her neck. Her head's been trimmed so she's nice and clean up there. But as you go down here, you can see all this hair has been worked and fluffed. You see they spiked the tail set up. They got real short hair here, but it's long hair and blocked and pulled up, and it gives the illusion that this animal is a lot better than she really is. If you look at the hair on her legs, now typically, assuming we had this other heifer here that had all this long hair back here, I wouldn't worry much about the hair down here as long as it's combed down. Some of these animals, even though you comb their hair and even though you work and try, that hair is going to curl up naturally. As long as it's natural, it's okay. But if they've been obviously working with it or blocking it, then we have an issue. Obviously, there are other rules that we need to look at. We don't want to have any adhesives or any other additives, hair dyes such as that are going to alter the look of the animal. Also, we don't want any subcutaneous injections. Don't want any air pumps. What I've been doing as far as allowing people, giving them the benefit of a doubt, there's a lot of people out there who are not going to know what the rules are and are going to come to you basically ignorant. So it's our job to educate these folks, and And what I like to do is several hours before the show begins, I walk around in the stalls and I'll find animals like this that we know are going to be in the show, and I'll go and talk to them and explain to them what we're doing and give them an opportunity to correct it. Now, after that time goes by and I've already discussed it with them, I'll go to the show ring and I'll stand at the gate. And basically, if they bring an animal in like this, I'm going to ask them to leave. I'm not going to allow them in the show ring with an animal fitted such as this.